Freshies!
Welcome to another episode of
The JHS.
Diary.
This is already our third episode. We've tackled a lot of topics since our first episode, and we especially made the first series of vlogs for our freshman friends.
That's right, Jan Lloyd. In episode 1, Ate Alay and Kuya Nico shared some useful survival tips in facing the challenges of junior high school. But let me tell you this, those tips are really effective and practical. You just have to take them by heart.
Right, in episode 2, Ate Chloe explored some of the common expectations of our dear 7th graders and shared her insights as to what the reality is in junior high school. That episode is really an eye-opener and will help freshman students to become more realistic and optimistic in facing this new school year.
I agree. And for this episode, we shall be sharing more useful information, not just for the freshman students, but I guess for all of us junior high school. So, please sit back, relax, and be informed with
Online Class Starter
Pack.
For today's episode, we invited a tech-savvy grade 10 student to share some of these recommended apps that you can use for your online learning journey.
So, my dear freshies, please welcome Van Balansay.
What's up, freshies? I'm Van Balansay, your fellow option Palinian and your blogger for today's episode. In this online learning setup, it's normal that we experience a few struggles, especially when it comes to technology. But the good news is, we can use it to our advantage. So, are you ready to learn, dear freshies? Let's get started. Here are 3 struggles that we might face during this school year. Number 1, struggling to adapt. Our inability to cope up with the sudden change makes it hard for us to adapt to the new learning environment. The sudden switch from a traditional to a virtual classroom makes the learning experience a new and puzzling challenge for plenty of students. Number 2, managing time. Distance learning requires a lot of time-intensive workload. This type of learning will test the students in managing and adjusting their time. Some students will find it difficult to attend classes due to everyday commitments, which is why a flexible scheduling is a must. Consequently, students should set an orderly schedule they can stick to throughout the whole school year. And lastly, number 3, issues with productivity. This new setup of learning requires a ton of written works and other projects. In order for the students to handle and execute them effectively, of course, we need help from support systems and efficient and convenient apps. So, to help us cope up with these possible struggles, here are 7 useful apps for online learning. To help us keep ourselves on track, we have Google Calendar. It's a digital calendar that gives you a view of the daily, weekly, and monthly spread of each and every month. On top of that, you can set reminders about different works and activities for each day. The app will remind you about them 30 minutes before the actual time you set. To use the app, simply download it from either App Store for iOS or Google Play Store for Android. Open it and sign in your Google account. Once you've done that, you can now see the calendar spread for each month. If you want to view, let's say, a different spread from monthly to weekly or any other, just press the navigation button on the top left, and from there, you can choose from the set of options shown. These options can help you tweak things to your desire. And by the way, if you're using a laptop or computer, just go to google.com, sign in your account, and press the button left of your account icon to look for Google Calendar. Note-taking is also still very much important during online learning. So, to help us with that, we have Microsoft OneNote. It's an app that you can download and install to your smartphones, laptops, and computers. Basically, it's a digital notebook. You open the app and sign in with a Microsoft account, and once done, the main screen shows you this. The app automatically makes a named notebook for you like Van's Notebook, and from here you can click plus or add selection to give your notebook a new space for whatever you'll write about. You can click plus or add pages as well to add more pages to your selection if you want to start on a new one. Plus, in the apps for phones, you can have digital sticky notes if ever you just want a space for reminders and not a whole new page which will be added to your notebook later. Editing apps can also come in handy, especially when performance tasks become digital. That's why we have Canva. This app is for creating and designing banners, infographics, photos, and more. Even editing videos. You can access the app through its website or by downloading it through either App Store or Google Play Store. Just a heads up though, there are certain limitations when using Canva since what you'll initially use is the free version. However, it offers a lot, so it's still good. Here's another one, VSVC. It's a pretty good app for editing videos. Despite the fact that there are certain features only for the paid version, you can still really go a long way with using this video editing app. The learning curve is also relatively easier than other apps, so it's a thumbs up. You can download the app by going to its website www.videosoftdev.com and you can look up videos for tutorials on using VSDC in YouTube. Now, last but not the least, let's coin these three apps as the Microsoft Trinity of students: Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. You can usually find these three already pre-installed in your laptops and computers. These three apps are really the mostly used applications for us students, and honestly, they're a huge help to everyone. Moreover, it's like these three apps are already engraved in our school culture that there's not a lot to explain technically anymore. Just know that whenever you want a Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and or Excel, they all come in a bundle together with other apps when purchasing Microsoft Office for your respective devices. So, that's it. I hope that this video served its purpose by helping all of you out there on seeing what day-to-day apps are particularly useful in this time of the pandemic. On behalf of the Option community, I hope that everyone would be safe and sound as much as we are able to be so. And do please remember that God is always here for us all. God bless.
Thank you, Van, for a very informative sharing. It seems that online learning can be less stressful with your recommended apps at hand.
That's correct. I'll definitely check some of those apps myself. Seems like I'll be needing to upgrade myself too in terms of technology literacy.
If you want to share your own favorite set of apps that you are using for online learning, you may leave a comment or post a status using the hashtag #OLStarterPack.
So there we have it, my dear freshies. This is the third and last video for Freshman's Week. But don't feel sad because it's definitely not gonna be the last vlog from our vlog series.
So watch out for more vlogs and be updated with our activities by following us at JHS City Facebook page.